Hey team, today we're going to talk about books and some of my favourite books that I've read. As you know, I love reading, and I feel that quite a lot of what you read in books is the same thing over and over, but I actually don't mind filling my mind or reminding myself of those things. But today I'm just going to chat about a few of the books that I've really enjoyed, and I like to do this because throughout my slide deck, which is now more than 100 pages long, I pull out lots of ideas, and I just want to make sure that you understand if there's a good idea there, it's probably come from someone else, and I'll give you a list of some of those books. So let's go through a few of them. Here's the first one, Mindset. I found this transformative when I first read it many years ago, and it opened my eyes to this idea of a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, and that's changed the way I approach what I can achieve and learn. Another one was The Business of Expertise by David C. Baker. I've found this very useful for valuing the work that we do as consultants and providing outcomes to clients. In this video, I'm not going to go through and do a book review of all of them. I might do separate videos later on that. Dan Martell, you can't see the cover, he wrote a book called Buy Back Your Time. This taught me how to value the time and how I spend my time, and also motivated me to free up getting stuff off my plate that I wasn't as good at as others, and then for giving opportunities for others to grow into those roles. Moving on, I found this book by Tiago Forte very good for organizing all my notes, and I've used his system now in my Apple Notes, in how I organize my folders, Google Drives, everything, how I sort and store and therefore categorize and can access information really quickly. Very much recommend it. Thought leaders, this was a great one, just about thinking about, unfortunately, thought leadership is one of those terms that's kind of laughed at these days, along with words like futurist and all of that. But really this idea that having insights that are useful for unlocking transformation for clients is a valuable thing to pursue. All right, moving on. Thinking about consulting, I've found Alan Weiss. He's got a few of his books. Fantastic. And along with that, comparing what a consultant is to a coach. I've mentioned this book before on the channel as well, by Chris Marr, just around becoming an authoritative coach, the idea between coaching versus consulting. They're different and they each have their place. I found useful. And then, of course, this classic, Book Yourself Solid, really just walks you through a system, tried and true, still works today, about finding a problem and making sure you provide the right solution for people. Okay, I'm on to the home stretch now. I'm just going to talk about a few marketing titles. There's this one here, StoryBrand. We use this with all our website builds these days, designing a website that talks to a customer's or a prospect's problem, providing the solution and guiding them down that path. I think Daniel Priestley is one of my favorite authors when it comes to just business smarts, specifically around marketing. This one I think is one of his best. It's what we aspire to be, oversubscribed. And this one's Simple Marketing. It's only a small book. I found this good. Also, it's co-authored by Tiago, who I mentioned earlier as well. Simple Marketing, and just talking about just what that emotional connection is for clients. And finally, look, there's so many marketing books I could go through. Lean Marketing, another very famous book. He's written some excellent chapters, just how to approach marketing, not going overboard. When you're a small business like we are, and many of our clients are, you need to get value out of how you spend your time. So there's a few resources, plenty more in the slide deck links. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.